Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, continues to be in this correction. We had a rapid sell-off on Friday. Today was a rather quiet day. I want to start with a 4-hour chart and then we zoom in. Take a look at this sell-off structure here to figure out should we get another low in this A wave or not. Tomorrow, by the way, I will talk again about the daily chart. No need to do that in every video because the daily chart doesn't change that often. But yeah, tomorrow we'll do that again. Bear in mind, tomorrow also we've got our member live stream. In tomorrow's live stream, we're going to talk about certain Bitcoin indicators. And that's at 5 p.m. UTC. So if you're interested in that, check out the membership. But yeah, let's take a look at the chart. So the idea is still unchanged, obviously, that a third wave topped here. That was on the 11th of January, obviously. And that we now form this A, B, C structure. Yeah, so that's my primary scenario now. I'm looking at either wave 4 to unfold now or a larger B wave that could take us into the low 30k region, maybe even a little lower. There's currently no way of saying which one it is. I like the idea of a B wave. I like the idea because it would literally be A wave to the upside, B wave to the downside, and then basically C wave to the upside, 2 new all-time highs. This B wave, this would be a bullish scenario still, but it would allow for a flush before the halving. That often happens. It's a possibility. There's no way of saying this is going to happen until we break below the key pivot at 35k. That's really the main support level. I want to see it break below that level to confirm that this lower B wave is playing out. I would mentally prepare for it. I would see it as a gift. Would really like that scenario. But just because I like it doesn't mean it happens. Okay. So as long as we're holding support, we focus on the white count because this is currently the working count. This is the working scenario until support breaks. And then we have clarity that we are in this B wave, and that would flush a lot of people out of the market, and it will be quite stressful for many whose portfolio is not equipped for that. Okay, so if you, for example, have a lot of high risk positions, then you might feel quite a lot of stress when we see that B wave pullback. Whereas if you have some cash sitting on the sidelines, if you are if you don't have high leverage or anything, then it should be okay, and I will see it as a gift, that pullback, because it would allow us to buy Bitcoin cheaper in a bull run. And it would flush really a lot of weak hands out of the market, ready for a rally after the halving. I think that would work quite well. Still, though, this would just be trying to predict the future, whereas we can really only analyze what we see. And at the moment, what do I see? I see we've probably started a larger correction, but we need to watch for the fourth wave scenario first, because we are still holding above support. And until I see further evidence that yellow plays out, I have to, first of all, highlight here the pivot, the relevant Fibonacci levels that can provide support. And we have 3 levels, 41,813, 37,900, and 35k. This is a scenario that should unfold like this: A, B, C. And if it forms something like that, maybe a larger A wave, then another B wave, and then C, then we are in this larger B wave. Okay, so that if basically after the first ABC we don't see an impulsive rally, then it's likely this. So that's worth mentioning. Someone asked me if there is no scenario in which the correction could already be complete and we escalate higher directly. It's nothing I would believe without further evidence. It can of course happen. I mean, we've reached the yellow box. Okay, so whenever these support areas are reached, technically it can turn around, but there's literally no evidence for that. So of course it could be that this is the wave 4. It could be done, but that would be very unusual to have such a fast wave 4. So typically, you know how long wave 4s typically take. So yeah, now let's take a look at this first move to the downside, this A wave of the correction. By the way, resistance for the B wave is between 45,098 and 47,300. But let's take a look at this structure. I already highlighted it earlier today to gold members that I am watching for one more low here. I would expect one more low. I think I put that onto the chart in the last video actually. So maybe this fifth wave is indeed, yeah, I think we talked about it in the last video. Maybe this is it, and we get a bit of a flush to the downside. We'll see. But I said a break above 44,000 is needed for me to basically confirm that this B wave is already unfolding. Okay, until then, one more low would be ideal. Looks quite impulsive to the downside. 1, 2, 3. This could be a fourth wave now, and one more low to come. Conversely, A waves can be 3 waves. So if we see a break above 44K, it would rather suggest to me that this is already the unfolding B wave, which again is also a 3-wave move, like an A, B, C structure. And if we go again, zoom in a little bit, this could be a triangle here, possibly wave 4 as a triangle. And what would be a target to the downside? A little bit difficult to say. But what we can do, we take length of wave 1 and 3, go to the top of wave 4. I have to take the top that's there at the moment. That might still change. And we're looking at 40,560 to 39,000 as next target. What we can also do is take the length of only wave 1 and then use the 100% extension. And that's 40,295. So what I'll do, I'll leave these on the chart as guidelines from where we could expect potential reactions. And it's worth watching for a reaction at these levels, because if wave 5 happens, then often we see a reaction at these fib levels. So the 3 fib levels there on the chart where the A wave could find support, and then from there, if another low is made, a reaction could occur and the B wave might start. In that case, if we make another low, I would have to rearrange slightly, reposition the resistance area for the B wave. And I will also add the 38.2 fib level, because sometimes a B wave is extremely shallow. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.